The night air in the forest was thick and heavy, pressing down on the creatures that darted between the open forest floor with a firmness that caused pelts to shake and ears to twitch, as though trying to dislodge the humid air. Past the distant mountains, heavy storm clouds piled on top of one another as they rumbled with thunder and threatened a powerful green leaf lightning storm. But here in the depths of Moss Clan's forest, the skies were clear and the stars were bright in the night sky, as though Star Clan themselves were watching as the clan came together to celebrate Lizardpaw's return. And then this is one that I got from a very fussy crow. He thought it was quite clever and tried to steal one of the fish that Crowfeather had brought up for us. But just as he tried taking off with it, Squirrelleap jumped up in his face and he took off in fright right into a tree, knocking feathers everywhere. Robin Kit purred warmly as the cats around her laughed from her story, Squirrelleap shrugging with a bit of embarrassed pride as a few glances shot her way. Robin Kit purred again and pushed a trio of blue and white blue jay feathers in front of her, her light green eyes warm with happiness as she brought out feather after feather from her collection to show off to her brother, Lizardpaw, as part of the clan's quiet celebration of his awakening. And these I collected from the base of a tree that a mother blue jay was nested in. I watched her raise a lot of healthy, loud babies in her nest during New Leaf. I don't think she lost a single one, so I'm going to give these feathers to Honeywish for luck with her kits. With gentle stubbornness, every cat of Moss Clan had put aside the obvious oddities of Lizardpaw's situation firmly out of mind while they celebrated the fact that, as far as any cat could tell, it seemed as though he was right back among the clan where he belonged. That he was a child of the forest spirit cat, Mossleaf, and contained unknown forest magic in his blood. That he had disappeared right after the star stones fell. That he had grown roots and leaves and seemed to have a few tiny leaves still growing from behind his ear and along his eyes and shoulders. Well, no one, not Mossleaf, not Dogaze, not Lizardpaw himself, had answers for those things, and so the clan put the obvious questions aside, for now. "They're very nice," Lizardpaw murmured, his voice soft and somewhat distant. With an effort, he focused his eyes on the feathers in front of him, though his gaze kept sliding to the grass under his paws and the rustling leaves of the bushes and trees around the gathered cats. "You got these in New Leaf then, and now it's Green Leaf." Lizardpaw's voice was so gentle that it seemed as though the wind would carry it away, but somehow his words carried loudly enough for all the cats to hear. He let out a soft, thoughtful sigh as he looked at Robin Kit. She had been just a tiny scrap of fur when he had fallen asleep, but now? "A lot of time has passed. I guess you must be an apprentice now," Lizardpaw murmured, his voice thoughtful and distant. His gaze shifted to Oakpaw, who stood under a bush nearby. Oakpaw had been just as excited as Robin Kit to find his littermate awake again, but so much had happened that somehow it felt awkward for him to approach his brother, as though he suddenly didn't know what to do with his big feet. Lizardpaw flicked an ear, rustling a pair of small leaves that grew out from behind them, and blinked at his littermate, his eyes narrowing in confusion as he studied Oakpaw. "Are you a warrior now, then?" No, not yet," Oakpaw stammered, filling his pelt flush with embarrassment to suddenly be the center of attention. He shifted his paws nervously, the end of his tail twitching. "But why not?" Lizardpaw asked slowly, his eyes darkening as he frowned. "Oh, well, just a lot has been happening, and my training, well..." Oakpaw blinked rapidly and glanced over at Briarstalk and Lionstar, who were wearing identical thoughtful, discontent expressions that made Oakpaw pull back slightly in surprise. Now that he thought of it, why wasn't he a warrior yet? "That is a good question," Lionstar meowed, his voice deep as it carried across the clearing. The Moss Clan leader glanced at Briarstalk, and the two exchanged a knowing look. Lionstar nodded and stood up, stretching, his huge ginger body unfurling into the space around the clearing like a lion waking from a nap. The attention of all the cats of the clan shifted to Lionstar as he stretched, a slow smile curling across his lips as he looked out at the gathered clan. "Cats of Moss Clan!" Lionstar called, but entirely for effect. All the cats, at least all but poor lost Silverfang, were gathered already. "We have a celebration to prepare for. Let the hunting begin!" Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Warrior Cats Challenge here in Sims 3 with all expansion packs and quite a bit of custom content. And we are back at Moss Clan today, and Moss Clan is getting ready to celebrate something pretty special. So they're not only celebrating Lizardpaw having woken up from his deep slumber, but they're also going to be celebrating, possibly, Lionstar definitely hinted at it, Oakpaw's Warrior Cat ceremony. And it's going to be very interesting to see how the Warrior Cat ceremony plays out, but the cats have really been under a lot of stress lately, and a few of you guys commented and noted how everything sad and dramatic seems to have happened to Moss Clan for so long, and it hit me, you know what, that's true. And I think that Lionstar, as the clan leader, would have really been thinking about that. He's been so caught up in taking care of his mate and making sure that Mossleaf can understand cats even though her hearing has been so badly damaged. Keep an eye out on that as Willow starts showing up some more again, you guys. By the way, now that the forest spirit is awake again, we'll have to see how the forest spirit cat may or may not recover from her events too. But anyway, Lionstar has been very distracted taking care of his mate, and now that his son is back, now that Lizardpaw seems to be healthy, there goes Lionstar, see how excited he is about life. I think that he would think that it's time for the clan to celebrate something good in life, to just have some fun in a way, and just to be able to celebrate everything that is good about the clan life. And I think Mossleaf might have prompted that a little bit too, because she does have a very gentle spirit, and she does like to celebrate things, and she does like to try to see some of the good in the world. And so I think that's why she went and she got this fish, and she presented Lizardpaw with this fish. He wants to eat fish, so this is pretty entertaining. And she actually wants to eat fish too, but she doesn't really have a fish she could eat. I think she's going to give the tragic clownfish to Briarstock, because rumor has it, I think she just thinks it looks funny, but rumor has it tragic clownfish can actually help if a cat is currently really depressed or has a really bad, like, badly affected social need. So I think that we're actually going to have Mossleaf give this to Briarstock as a gift. So we'll go ahead and do that. Lizardpaw, you can go ahead, you can eat this, and it's just kind of like a celebratory period. The cats are just going, you know what, we're going to try to make the best out of life, and they're going to start going around and just sort of celebrating however they can. And hopefully later it will be with Oakpaw being able to celebrate becoming a warrior. We'll have to see about that. Oh, it looks like Lionstar is testing out his temporary deputy to see how he's doing. And Oakpaw, Oakpaw, look at the size of that chinchilla you got. Oh, that's so exciting. And you got a rare. Oh, I keep forgetting to double check if they catch rares to get rid of the empty chip bags. So at least Oakpaw isn't too curious. Are you ready to wake up yet? Almost. Let's go ahead and have him wake up and scratch for a second. I think Oakpaw would actually have a lot of fun showing Redkit what it's like to do a little bit of hunting. Not as a warrior may show an apprentice, mind you, but as an older brother would show a younger brother how to do a little bit of hunting. And I wonder, actually, Oakpaw, what's your skill at? So Oakpaw's at hunting level 7, and Redkit is at hunting level 7. How do you think he would react? Oh, I would love to read a little fanfic about that if Oakpaw tries to strut into the forest and be like, all right, Redkit, let me show you how it's done. And Redkit's just like, you mean like this? And he's just a naturally talented hunter. I think Oakpaw would be a little bit like, what? So that would be really fun to see. But yeah, it's just kind of a day where the cats are going to celebrate and give gifts to each other. And I've actually been thinking about the gift giving aspect. Let's go ahead and have her go to the restroom. The gift giving aspect of warrior cats quite a bit more lately. And oh yeah, he's going to get his little clownfish. And whenever a cat eats clownfish, then they are able to fill their social all the way up. And if they have like a depressed modifier on, the way Briarstock definitely does, it does help with that too. So I'm going to let him go ahead and eat this. And then Lionstar, you can't have the fish. Lionstar is like, hey, that fish looks good. So I think, yeah, we're gonna start looking into, and let's see, can you go do any fishing? Sniff Oakpaw, maybe. We'll go ahead and have him sniff his Oakpaw, because Oakpaw is, you know, they've got to test out Oakpaw. I think Oakpaw is going to be tested out by Briarstock and Lionstar today to see if he is ready to do some hunting. But as I've mentioned before, Lionstar. I think Lionstar is trying to ask Briarstock to share a little of that fish with him. Lionstar, you naughty boy. You leave that alone. You go get your own fish. All right, but let me finish this thought up really quickly. The way that Mossleaf is giving items to the other cats right now, and they're having positive reactions to those items. Remember how we thought about, frogs and how much Crowfeather he's kind of in Branch Clan. We still don't know if he's going to be of Branch Clan just yet. But Crowfeather loves frogs. So if you give him a frog, then it has a higher boost to his relationship. We edit the relationship so it has a higher boost than a normal interaction of like a gift. Like if you gave him, say, a koi fish, he may not enjoy the koi fish as much as the frog. So that's a normal reaction, but he loves frogs. So cats have their favorite things. And I really love the idea of cats getting their favorite things and having a relationship boost as a result. And cats also have specific items that they may give each other as gifts that can help with modifiers. The way that Briarstock is super depressed right now because you feel like he kind of let down Honeywish and the rest of the clan when he was, he was patrolling the edges, he was patrolling the boundary. In his mind, the biggest threat to the clan is always external. So in Briarstock's mind, he was going to come down and he was going to check out the odd herb place where his mate got killed by a fox, and he thought, oh, that's the dangerous place, I should go over there. And while he was over there, that is when the two legs snuck into camp and took Silverfang. So he's a little bit depressed about that, but hopefully being given a gift and then having the tragic clownfish, which just looks so goofy, will help out his mood and he'll feel a little bit better. But I want to do more gift giving between the cats to alter relationships and to edit what the modifiers may be, because I think that would be really fun. And so I just wanted to kind of note that because we've talked about it before, but I sort of forgot about it. So I wanted to bring it back and offer it up to you guys as ideas for how to run your Warrior Cats challenges. All right. And then that being said, we're going to go ahead, and I think Mossleaf is super, super proud because the whole clan has a little bit of a taste for fish after Crowfeather bringing so many fish to them. And I think Mossleaf's really proud that even though she has gone mostly deaf right now, she can't really hear at all, but she can see tail signals. The cats have kind of been teaching her tail signals, and she can still speak, and the cats react to what she says, so she's able to get that. I think she's really proud of having presented fish to a couple cats. So for her part in the celebrations today, she's going to spend more or less the entire day fishing because I think she's going to be really happy. And we are celebrating today, so the goal is to fill up the prey pile. All of the cats of the clan are going to be trying to fill up the prey pile, and also Dogaze has been guarding this food, and she and Squirrel Leap did eat some of this two-leg food that the two-leg left. From his point of view, the two-leg was trying to leave some nice kibble out for all of the kitties that were around here, clearly wild cats, and he's like, oh, they must have a hard life. So he appropriately left some kibble, ironically, near the prey pile. But Squirrel Leap and Dogaze did nibble the kibble. Nibble the kibble. That kind of rhymes, doesn't it? So they will be headed off into two-leg territory at some point in the future. However, it's not going to be today because today's goal is just to have all the cats of the clan kind of have a day to have a break from all of the drama and the sadness and the intensity of what goes on in Moss Clan. There we go. Sorry about that. And we will be coming back. Don't worry. There's actually a big little plot that's started to have little roots as long as the game doesn't destroy, the game and the random generators doesn't destroy my little plot. There's a big plot coming up for Dogaze and Squirrel Leap. So just know that. And I'm going to say Dogaze buried the rest of the food because the food was really only supposed to be there for one day to kind of see which cats may or may not want to go into two-leg territory, if any of them would eat it during the day. So Dogaze buried the rest of the food. And you guys are right, you caught me. I totally messed up by saying Dogaze had been at the farm, and she wasn't at the farm. Dogaze is from a different area. She is actually from another clan and was rescued after she was kind of kidnapped by the dogs of the dog pack. The junkyard dog pack. There we go. So she actually is from a clan, and so I think that was her first taste of kibble. And Squirrel Leap is very restless and very curious about life. So I think that Squirrel Leap, who ate the kibble, kind of just wants to get a swordfish. Holy days, Mossleaf! I think Squirrel Leap just kind of wants to get out of camp for a little while, and she and Dogaze will be doing that at some point in the future. Now, Briarstock, because he just ate that tragic clownfish, it gives you a huge social boost. So he's not going to be lonely anymore. That's kind of the special boost it gives you. And we've sort of talked about that before with some of the special items that you get. We may start doing it so that those special items will like fill your fun need all the way up, or fill your bladder. A crocodile! Oh, why don't I have that? I need to write that down. Dangerous fish generator. I was supposed to make that, but then we moved and I got distracted. Oh my goodness. So Mossleaf is catching all sorts of fun things. And I think the rest of the clan is going to start getting into the mood to catch things too. So Honeywish can't because she is currently expecting, but she's resting anyway. And she also is pretty depressed right now anyway. Robin Kit is off to go eat. So she looks like, oh, look at this. And she wants to practice hunting, but she's a little hungry. It looks like she enjoys lizards. And Lion Star is still waiting to be able to sniff his son. So we're going to get all of the cats hunting in just a moment here. And I think that Oakpaw will play with Red Kit when Red Kit wakes up. Red Kit does have his father's lazy personality, though. Another starfish. There we go. And then be pounced on. Tommy, everybody wants to pounce on everybody. Yowl along. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. All right, socialize with Red Kit, best friends. And actually, you know, Tommy hasn't caught anything. A lot of you guys are saying, yeah, Tommy has caught something. If you have like the episode and the timestamp for that, please let me know. I just haven't noticed him catching anything just yet. Actually, I think he would go hunting a little bit further out. But yeah, so we're going to see how full we can make the prey pile today. So Tommy, you go ahead, get on out there. I think Squirreleap is going to go join you. So Squirreleap and Tommy. Squirreleap also wants to get like master her hunting skill, but they're really becoming close friends. So we're going to let Squirreleap and Tommy do some hunting over here, because we're going to see how full we can make the prey pile today. That is the goal, my friends. All right, and then Doge's actually... Okay, how you doing, Lion Star? Socialize with Squirreleap, and then he does want to become best friends with his dad. All right, let him nuzzle and maybe socialize for a minute. And Doge's... Can you go to the restroom? I can't make her pee yet. All right. I think Doge's would also do a little bit of hunting because medicine cats can hunt too. I wonder if she would offer to show Robin Kit some of the hunting techniques. So maybe she would. We'll send her over here and then maybe we'll say she'll call out to Robin Kit and be like, hey, come with me. So you go ahead and do some stalking over here. Lizardpaw actually wants to present a gift to Robin Kit. So I'm going to say Lizardpaw is even getting into the swing of things, but he's coming over here. Probably because he wants to look for some feathers. So we're going to say Lizardpaw, who has woken up, and he is still very distant. He is still kind of detached from everything. And he is still, what the heck? What the heck? Why are all these two legs invading my clan? What are you doing over here? What is this? You better be passing out invitations to this warrior cat ceremony because I don't know. What are you doing here? What is this nonsense? All right, Doge's just improved her hunting skill. Well, I'm glad about that. Hang on a second. Gotta make sure everything... What are you... Who are you? Yeah, I think you're lost in the forest. I think you need a new job, ma'am. Male person just wandering all the way in here. I can't believe that nonsense. All right. Well, we're not going to worry about that too much because hopefully she's on her way back out. That was kind of hilarious. And she's not trying to interact with the cats. When we were working with, okay, keep catching fish. You haven't really caught many fish. You caught crocodiles and you caught a lot of starfish, but no fish. But, yeah, when we were working with the old man, he was trying to touch all the cats, but not this one. All right, Lizardpaw. Oh, Lizardpaw, you're getting like a sneak? Okay. Lizardpaw's getting a snake. Robin Kit, there we go. So Robin Kit's way out here. And we're going to have her go over and she'll do a little bit of hunting near Doge's. Oh my gosh, Doge's! Is that a pigeon? Doge's, it's a pigeon! If you get a feather, be sure to give it to Robin Kit. See, and then Robin Kit really, really loves feathers. So if cats give her a feather, then she could definitely have like a huge relationship boost with the cat in question. Oh my gosh, look at this. This pigeon doesn't even know it's coming for it. Da-da! Get it, Doge's! Get it! But she'd have like a really big relationship boost with the cat in question, whoever managed to get it. All right, and Tommy just caught a maple leaf. I'm telling you guys, he doesn't know how to hunt very well. All right, and Robin Kit's gonna do some hunting. Are these two playing? Okay, it looks like Oakpaw and Lion Star actually playing over here. Red Kit, what do you want to do? Okay, Red Kit does need to eat actually. But after he's done, hopefully he'll be able to train a little while with Oakpaw. I think Oakpaw Oh, be groomed by Briarstock. Oh, and Doge's caught the pigeon. Huzzah! Squirrely caught a trilobite beetle. Huzzah! I think Oakpaw, can you come over and eat any of these? Here, go eat a termite to kind of fill your tummy for a minute and then go hunting. And then Lion Star, we're going to have you come over and do some hunting too. So we're going to send him over here and we're going to get him hunting in this section. All right, so he'll do his hunting over there, and then we'll get all of the other cats up and going, so they're doing their hunting all over the place too. So Briarstock, I'm going to go ahead and have him come over and do some stalking for prey this direction. So he'll do that, and then Doge's, what is she doing? She's grooming herself, and she wants to improve her hunting skill. Sweet, so I want Doge's and Robin Kit to be able to hang out together. We'll let Doge's groom herself for just a moment, because it looks like, oh yeah, Lizardpaw just caught a garter snake, yay! All right, because it looks like Robin Kit is potentially going to catch this beetle, so we'll leave them be. Honeywish is monitoring the hunting festivities from the comfort of her little spot right down there. I do think she needs to take care of her needs really quickly though, so we'll go ahead and have her scratch on stuff, and then she can come back over, and afterwards she can lie down again. So she's having a nice little rest as a pregnant she-cat, a pregnant queen, we should say. And then let's see, Lizardpaw, have you gotten any? So Lizardpaw just caught a garter snake, but so far he hasn't caught any. Oh, and I guess he does love lizards, doesn't he? Or Mossleaf really loves lizards, so Mossleaf could have some lizards at some point. Willow apparently has been going around taking care of things. Pardon me for just a second while I get Willow tucked away again. Oh, good. And look. That means the garden is back. So the garden is back and doing very well for Moss Clan. Now, I do feel like the garden can be a little bit overpowered, so I'm trying to figure out ways that we can sort of set things up for Moss Clan to be able to use these plants. And like I was mentioning with the gifts and the way that different gifts can affect different moods, like different motives, and special effects or statuses the cats may have, I think we may make it so that some things, like lavender for instance, makes a cat feel calmer. So maybe that means we could increase fun and energy a little bit, especially in pregnant queens. It can increase fun in their energy. And if they have anxiety or any other issues, it can just make them calmer and maybe even give them a little bit of a boost for being able to have kits. Like if you have a whole bunch of lavender scattered everywhere, maybe it helps the queen feel calm enough that when it's time for her to have her kits and you roll for the kits, she gets a tiny bonus, a 5% bonus of everything being okay. So we might start doing little things like that. It's just kind of going through, and I need to go through each and every one of the plants and each and every one of the collectibles in Sims 3 and come up with a whole bunch of different ways they could affect things. And I'm thinking to try to bring some balance to Moss Clan. Then only the forest spirit cats can harvest a fresh harvest from the plants. Naturally in The Sims 3, plants only last for about 3 harvests before they disappear. And I'm going to say, I'm trying to figure out what stops us from just planting the harvest and then perpetuating so many different harvests and so many different things planted again and again and again. And I'm wondering if we should only allow seeds to be planted. What do you guys think about that? Where we can't just go into Willow's inventory the way we can, and you can normally just take an orange and then you can tell her plant the orange, but I think that may make it a little bit too overpowered. So what do you guys think, that we can only use whatever we have and then whatever is planted as seeds and whatever results as what grows? And then I'm thinking about maybe even making it a bit more of a challenge by saying only certain plants, if we recognize the seed, because eventually as we plant more seeds we'll learn what these unknown seeds are, I hope. But maybe certain things can only be harvested in certain seasons. I'm thinking that would make it a little bit too complex, but let me know what you think, because I do want to bring a bit of balance to that. And I think that part of that balance will be saying, or maybe can only be used in certain seasons, saying maybe cantaloupe can only be used in green leaf for whatever we decide to use it for. So there's just some thoughts I'm having and some ideas on how to kind of balance everything out. But Willow, you come over here and you can just go ahead and is she done? She's done with the books that she has written. So we'll let her write a poetry novel. We're gonna have her write a fiction novel. We'll have her continue to do that in-universe writing of Warrior Cat series, so she can write about the summer hunt. That'll be what she works on right now. All right, Honeywish is settling in. Oh, and Robin Kit didn't get her catch. And meanwhile, apparently this pond is just full of starfish. I wonder if that would make Mossleaf feel irritated enough that she would try hunting over in this pond. Who knows what this pond is going to have? I think all of the cats have been avoiding this area because it just sort of is superstitious at the moment. I mean, look, there's still ash piles everywhere. Honeywish has it, or not Honeywish, but Dogaze hasn't even come in to collect her seashells from back here yet. I would avoid it too. I would avoid it too. All right, Robin Kit. Robin Kit, you did your little hunt. Where's Dogaze? I'm going to have Dogaze come over, socialize, and play Pounce. I think Dogaze is going to offer to teach Robin Kit a little bit about how cool hunting can be. And then, where are you going? No, don't fall asleep, Oak Paw. For crying out loud. Where's your brother? Where's Red Kit? There's Red Kit. All right, Red Kit, why didn't you eat like I told you to do? Oh, who knows? All right, apparently I need to like feed Red Kit. So we'll have him come over and eat this Komodo dragon. And then I'm going to have Oak Paw come over and do more hunting. All right, off we go. Stalk for prey. And, okay, Elvis was a day trader. No, we're going the summer hunt. And there we go. I should have said the greenleaf hunt. Oh, well, it's committed. It's committed now. All right, and Tommy still hasn't caught anything. Come on, you guys. Everyone's like, yeah, Tommy's caught something. Maybe he did. I can't remember it, and he just keeps going. Oh, and then for you guys who are wondering what Tommy looks like, because a lot of people are like, Tommy and Squirrely. Tommy, I was going to show your eyes off. Open them back up. Tommy. Tommy, come on. There we go, Tommy. He's trying so hard. I guess he's trying to use his sniffer. Maybe that's why he's not a very good hunter yet, because he hasn't figured out you're supposed to keep your eyes open. Is that how it is, Tommy? I think that's how it is. I think so. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Seri. All right, so he has a very, very, very dark green eye on the right eye, and he has a very kind of like golden with like green streaks eye on the left eye. And a lot of you guys were thinking that the two-leg who showed up was Tommy's old owner. And I just wanted to clarify, because we've mentioned it in the opening scenes, but it's not very clear. Tommy's old owner was actually a photographer. She was a young woman who was a cat photographer, and she had made her fame and made her living taking really cute pictures of cats for a long, long time. And so Tommy was one of her many show cats. So he actually has a lot of awards. You can find pictures of him in calendars and all over the place if you look in the right spots. But he was a show cat, and he like went to cat shows. He was on the front cover of a whole bunch of magazines. He was one of those cats that would be put like into the hands of awaiting celebrities for like photography projects. Go, get it, Briarstock, get it. That's a plasma beetle. Yes, Briarstock. Come on, Briarstock. Plasma beetle all the way. Yeah, let's do this. Briarstock, that's so good. Who's hunting it? Is Briarstock hunting it? Because this is really a good thing. Come on, Briarstock, you've got this. All right, come on. That's a good plasma beetle. That'll keep a cat alive in case of a fight. And we may or may not have a few fights in mind. Also, we will be doing more patrols now that some of the bigger plots are sort of settling down. We will be starting patrols, and I'm actually thinking... Tommy! Tommy! You finally caught something! And he's got his eyes closed yet again. Oh my goodness. I don't understand why. I don't know why he keeps his eyes closed. But he did catch something. So Lizardpaw is actually improving his hunting skill. And we're saying, normally, like, I didn't have Lizardpaw really do a lot of hunting before, but I think it's okay for him to do it now. Because he wanted to catch something. He caught a beetle. I think he's going to do more hunting because he's got the energy, and he's not really hunting. Ironically, Lizardpaw would probably just like, the garter snake was an accident. He's looking for a feather because he wants to give Robin Kit a feather. So maybe he'll actually trade like the things later and bring Robin Kit back a feather. All right, speaking of Robin Kit, rainbow beetle, yes, lion star. Oh man, I think that would make Honeywish so happy because that's protection for a kit being born healthy. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We can't get rainbow snails as easily. Is Mossleaf still hunting? She's scratching around the place. Oh, she wants to master the hunting skill. She also wants to eat fish. So we could probably fill up the fish. But yeah, I think that's going to make Honeywish really happy that Lion Star caught a rainbow beetle. That's good protection for kits after all. And then, oh, look at this. Robin Kit wants to sniff Dogaze. Dogaze is about to be pounced on. Red Kit, if you want to do something, then you need to go and talk to your brother. All right. Well, not that brother. You need to go and talk to your Oakpaw brother. Where is Oakpaw? Okay, so he's way over here. So I think Oakpaw would have told Red Kit, hey, come over with me once you're ready. So we're going to have him come over. And we're going to see what Red Kit can pull off for the hunting. And then, okay, Dogaze, we're going to let you go ahead and sniff, 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 Dogaze, sniff, sniff. And then I think that Dogaze is going to, and then maybe pounce, like playful pounce, because Dogaze will encourage. I think she's kind of had her eye on Robin Kit and vice versa for a long time. And Mossleaf, I think she may go do a bit more of the hunting for fish, because she's got the energy for it. And then what's this? Play with another pet. Maybe she would play with Robin Kit really quickly, but Robin Kit is pretty occupied. And don't worry, when we have the warrior ceremony for Oakpaw, like that's kind of the understanding among the cats too, is when we have the warrior cat ceremony for Oakpaw, then we are also going to be having the special ceremony. Oh, and she's off to catch something. Okay, she's like, I want to go get that honey bug, which is good because the honey beetles are actually used often for medicine cats. So, wow, Robin Kit is really, she seems to be interested in going and like collecting. She got a snake skin, and a hibiscus is actually Mossleaf's favorite plant. So that would improve her relationship with her mom. But yeah, she's really, really, really interested, it seems, in going out and collecting the animals that are best for medicine cat purposes. So that's pretty interesting. All right, and we'll say that over here. Stalk for prey, stalk for prey, stalk for prey. Everybody's stalking for prey today. It's a busy, busy day. All of the cats are more or less in good moods and pretty healthy. Don't mind me just like fixing their scratching post. And thank you so much. So many of you guys have sent me links to downloads that I could use. Oh, Lizardpaw, please catch that. That's a brightly colored snake. Please catch it. Please. Please. This is supposed to be like a really fun hunting day for everyone. It's not supposed to turn in. Oh, and Squirrely caught a bluebird. Cool. It's not really supposed to turn into something that gets like too dramatic with venomous snakes, please. All right, hang on. Why is this rock in the way? There we go. All right, look at that. Look at that cool hunting cat. Look at him. Look at this good hunter. Ah, this rock is in the way, and I just desperately want to get this like really cool shot of Lizardpaw. Ooh, look at that. Lizardpaw. Lizardpaw. Right on with the really cool shot stuff. Ah, don't mind me. I'm trying to get the thumbnail, okay, guys? I'm gonna be honest about it. Ah, but I can't. Rock, oh, there you are. I am so mad at you right now. Okay, let's ignore all of that. And let's actually slide around this way then. Fine, if that's how things are gonna be. And there we go. Snake won't even know it hit him. Please catch him. Please catch him. Oh boy. Please. Alright, Squirrely caught a bluebird. Stag beetle. Briarstalk got a maple leaf. Apparently he's not doing very good on his hunting today. Probably distracted. Please? Please? Please, please? Please? And... ah! Oh my gosh, I'm so relieved. So anything from like 0 to 40 means that a cat is fine, and you can only roll like 1 and up. It means that the cat, like, that was a harmless encounter with the snake. Everything's fine. And Lizardpaw just rolled a 1. So basically Lizardpaw had the most harmless encounter with a harmless snake that he didn't catch that you could possibly have. Also, Robin Kit tried to catch a honeypot ant but didn't succeed. Oh, and she didn't even get anything extra from it. Oh, Robin Kit. So, and she's off to catch another one. Look at her. So honeypot ants are used like for shock, and they're also used to sort of help cats. Oh, and Red Kit just gained the hunter trait. Sweet. And it's snake. Man, everybody's catching snakes. Sweet. But yeah, so Robin Kit is going around trying to catch so many honeypot ants, which is really interesting to me because the honeypot ants are sort of like a medkit item, or a medcat item, I should say, because they're used to treat for shock, and they're used to kind of stabilize like a loss of blood. Look at all of these. That turtle, that poor turtle doesn't even know what he just wandered into. And there's a parakeet, and here's another honeypot ant. I guess we could go ahead and let her try to catch that. So Robin Kit is off catching those. Lizardpaw's catching these. Man, look at all of this. I don't think we've ever had so many hunting patrols out at once, but we're trying really hard. Did Squirrely get it? Tommy didn't. Tommy got a maple leaf. Squirrely got the turtle. Dogaze caught the snake skin. I don't think we've ever had so many cats hunting at once, but it's supposed to be kind of like a big fun ceremony. And then be nuzzled. Aw, Tommy's coming over. He's not a very good hunter, you guys. Look at his one little gecko. That's all he's managed so far. So I think Tomi is kind of taking a break. And yeah, we will be addressing the question. And meanwhile, Honeywish is still just watching from her perch. She needs to eat, so we'll fill up the prey pile or the fresh kill pile in just a second. But Tomi, the question of Tomi and what we're going to be doing with Tomi will be answered pretty soon. So don't you guys worry. We will be kind of moving in, and we will be seeing like, what are we going to do with Tomi? Is he going to be a warrior? And you guys kind of have to look at the question of, do you think he's fit to be a warrior? Because he only caught this one gecko so far, and he's getting really close on those empty chip bags. I still need to remember the empty chip bag curse, where if cats collect like 5 to 10 chip bags, I can't remember what I said we would do. I think I originally said 10, but maybe 5 is more reasonable. If they collect that many, then they're curious about the 2 legs and scuttle off into the 2-leg nest to go see what's going on down there. Oh, and I was trying to mention to you guys earlier, and I totally forgot, and we'll let these two interact while I think about it. But I was trying to tell you guys, oh no, socialize. There you go. Sniff, 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 sniff. Like, let him know it's okay. Maybe goof around for a little bit, because Tomi's feeling kind of lonely. And I think he's taking a break, because all of the hunting is going on, and he's just not very good at it. So he sort of wanders away. And there's a big old turtle, eastern box turtle. Briarstock caught a squirrel. Man, things are busy over here. We're going to have to do, like, a survey of what all the cats caught when it's time to put stuff in the prey pile. And Honeywish is just watching with her big, giant, pregnant belly. But, alright, what are you doing? Goof around? Oh, yeah, no, goof around. Doggies, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cancel that. Here, goof around. There you go. Doge's caught a wom rat. But yeah, what I was going to say is I feel like there haven't been enough fighting yet, and we don't really have... We're going to have more clans, especially as Season 2 is coming closer and closer. There's some plots in the background that, as long as the game doesn't destroy those plots, there's some really big things that are going to happen to introduce the 3rd clan. But even with the 3rd clan, I'm not sure if there'll be enough, like, fighting. I'm not sure if there's going to be enough competition. So I don't want to add in like a lot of dog packs, because dogs kill cats so easily, but I think we might start adding in like groups of cats, like rogue groups of cats who we'll put into the world, and we won't play them unless maybe it's like a special episode, but we'll have rogue groups that are kind of out here, and they could be dangerous to our clan. Like they're mean, rough, tough, and they just really enjoy a life where they get to beat the living crap out of other cats and maybe steal their stuff. So we may have those kinds of cats start showing up. Honeywish, why? And Honeywish apparently is being a little neglectful of her condition. 1 second. And she is actually fine as well. So Honeywish, that really startled me, but she actually rolled a 10 out of a like 40% chance of getting sick, and so she was in the safe range basically, or a 60% chance of getting sick. So she was in the safe range. She was at the safe 40% of she's going to be fine, but she needs to eat. Oh, and she does have a rainbow beetle. I wonder if she like caught it and like snuck it away somewhere a long time ago because she knows that she's expecting kits. But let's go ahead and we will put down what does Honeywish, what do you think Honeywish is? She loves honey. That's true. But I wonder if all the cats should have a special prey item that they really enjoy the most as well. And if they did, what would it be? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Maybe a shrew for Honeywish? Maybe. I mean, it just looks like it has a funky nose, so maybe she would like a funky nosed animal. I think for now, and we'll look over and look at what everybody got like later, but I think for now we'll go ahead and we'll say that Mossleaf dragged the swordfish back. Really proud because it's a gigantic fish, and she's like, it's for you, Honeywish. Eat up for those kits now. It must be really weird being Mossleaf and being able to talk to other cats, but then not understand like what they're saying. Oh goodness. But all right, we're gonna feed her and let her eat. And yeah, I'm still polishing the random generators, and I just wanted to say thank you again to you guys really quickly. And Robin Kit caught a yellow python. Okay, my heart's just about to stop seeing that she took on that kind of risk. And let me make sure that all of the cats are still stalking for prey for just a minute. Let's see. And Doge's is still stalking for prey. Oakpaw actually does need to take a break. So does Lizardpaw. He's going to try to catch something and then probably take a break. Meanwhile, Robin Kit, I think Robin Kit is just really wanting to collect she seems to be more interested in like studying the plants and like literally that's what she does. She went off and she investigated the plants on her own before, remember? And she's trying to she's several times just today tried to collect these honeypot ants on her own. So I think that's really helpful. And then I wonder, and then meanwhile, sleep. We don't have a sofa to sleep on, but Red Kit wants to sleep on things and he's kind of just poking at beetles. So I don't know if Red Kit is so inclined to actually try doing a lot of hunting until he has a mentor of some kind when he becomes Red Paw. Can't blame him. He's just a kit. He doesn't know that he's about to be shaped up and shipped up to be a good warrior cat pretty soon. But let's come back over to Honey Wish. And I just wanted to really quickly thank you guys so much for all of your kindness and support. The chaos of Silver Wish happening, revealing that Silver Fang is indeed the father of Honey Wish's kits, was so traumatic for me that I would cry a little bit because I'm a very emotional person thinking about trying to play warrior cats again and trying to make the stories again. And it was so sad because I didn't want things to be like that. I didn't want to feel that way. Don't go chase Lionstar, for crying out loud. Oh, I think Lionstar was gonna go chase her. That's funny. Who does he want to talk to? We'll go ahead and let him do just a little bit more stalking, and then probably next time we'll have the ceremony. Honey Wish, why don't you go ahead? You can groom yourself for a minute, Honey Wish. Why don't you do that? But yeah, it was so to see that kind of behavior, you guys. I'm gonna level with you, and I always try to level with you. What I do in Warrior Cats changes from episode to episode because the game, you've seen it happen again and again. The game changes what goes on. The game changes what I can do. The game changes what opportunities I have to tell different kinds of stories. And these are literally the raw crystals of my creativity, the raw harvest, fresh out of the Seri like mental mines, brought to you, raw uncut gemstones of my creativity. They're not always going to be what I wish they could be. They're not always going to be as polished. They're not always going to have the plot level that I wish they could have, but they're here. And when I thought about it, I thought, what do I really want? And the answer was, I don't really want perfectly polished plots, which would be very difficult to have in this series anyway. What I really want is just to see you guys excited, to see you cheer on for the cats that you really enjoy, to see you cheer on for the plots that we're really going to create. And so I feel a lot more comfortable with the amazing outpouring of support and kindness that you guys sent to me, and just... It's not that I want you to have to agree with everything. It's not that I want you to enjoy all of the plots that happen or really understand. Sometimes I purposely try to guide you guys into disliking a character or disliking a situation because that's the plot that I may not reveal to you guys just yet. And so if I seem to be like throwing curveballs, or if I seem to be like cultivating a character you're not supposed to like, it's not because I want you to dislike the series. It's because there's a pretty big thing I'm sort of working on in the background. Yeah. All right, and let's see. Is Mossleaf sound asleep? She is sound asleep. Who else does Honey Wish want to talk to? She does want to... Oh, let's have her talk to Dogaze. Ooh, Dogaze, catch it! Catch it, Dogaze! Okay, we'll send Honey Wish over here to talk to Dogaze. That would be such a good thing to catch all the plasma beetles. Yes, which is good, because I am thinking about adding in more drama by having kind of those cats who are always up for a fight. And if we run into, like, I don't know, Evil McFane... Fanginess or whatever like we're gonna call him, I don't know, we'll have a whole bunch of cats where just every time we see them, they're not members of the clans, but we definitely get in a fight with them. Did we catch it? Yes, Dogaze caught the plasma bug. Sweet. I think that would make a very, very happy Honey Wish. So we'll kind of let these two chit chat for just a minute. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that yeah, it's not always going to be as polished as I wish it could be, and that's because you're basically seeing raw gameplay, and all of the story that you see emerging is stuff that I usually made up on the spot. Oh, look at our poor little scarred ladies. Or stuff that, oh no, not fleas. The good news is medicine cats they can't get fleas. That's the one perk that they really have, is that they can't get fleas. So we'll just casually remove those. But yeah, what you guys are seeing, it's the raw stuff that I've come up with on the spot while we're recording, while we are watching our cats. And then a few plots that I've tried to like keep alive and sustain even when the game throws so many random things at me. So the plots won't always be super, super polished. I know sometimes the drama is low or too high, and it's just sort of trying to find that balance and trying to find the balance between your guys' excitement and being able to really appreciate the characters. So what I'm just trying to say is that I love your excitement. excitement. I love seeing you guys happy. I love seeing you guys enthusiastic about the series. Sometimes I won't make the ships you wish could happen, and a ship means like a pairing between cats romantically. Sometimes I won't be able to make those happen the way you guys wish they could, and that's because the personalities or the plot or just my personal preferences that come into play, and sometimes I will. And yeah, all I'm trying to say is that I'm feeling warrior cats again, you guys. I'm feeling it again. I don't know what it'll be, but I can promise you guys I'll do my best, and I'm just happy to share it with you. All right, so the summer hunt continues, and I think next time, oh, and she wants to groom Honeywish. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my goodness, these two, they're such sweet little ladies. And then we're getting closer and closer to having a good, like, best friendship between the two, I think. And that's interesting that Honeywish wants to become best friends and really kind of unite and become closer to the other cats of the clan. So that's a good thing. And then let's see, Briarstock, Lionstar. The cats are starting to get pretty tired and not being able to catch the things they're going after. So I think that now the evening is setting, it'll be a good time to put all of the prey items in. Oh, and what's going on over here? Oh, Red Kit. I wonder if Red Kit is kind of like tackling Tommy because he wants to see how skilled Tommy is, and Tommy is not very skilled. So we're going to have to see what we're going to do with Tommy, and if, how, when, where, what he would do as an official member of the clan. And if he wants to stay, we're going to have to look into that. But we will celebrate with a big feast, hopefully from all of the things that everybody caught, and hopefully have a warrior cat ceremony next time. But yeah, thank you guys. I love warrior cats. I love your enthusiasm, and I can't promise you perfection. I can't promise you that it's always going to make sense, but I can promise you my heart is invested in these cats and their stories, and I hope to continue telling them, and I hope that is just enough. I hope that's what you guys want, and I apologize that it's not professional and polished and perfect, but I'll just do my best. So with that in mind, hopefully we'll be able to continue regular episodes. I can't promise anything because I don't know like if I'm going to get sick or not, or if other things may happen, but I do want to let you guys know that I am hopefully going to shoot for warrior cats at least 3 times a week, if not every other day, with bonuses now and then too. If I can actually pull that off, I'm not sure, but I'm starting to be gentler on myself with what the roleplay bits need to be like and what the gameplay bits need to be like, and I'll probably make the episodes a little bit shorter on the weekdays because we have so many people back in school, and I know it gets really sad. Like, a lot of people get sad and overwhelmed if they can't keep up. So between all of that, hopefully we'll have regular warriors, and just please continue to be honest. And for those of you who have made it this far, tell me what it is you're looking for. Tell me what it is you love about warriors, and that, I promise you, will help me make some really big important decisions with how to bring it to you guys. But I'm starting to wax into some random things that we'll say for a Behind the Paws episode. Mossleaf, why must you sleep like the dead all the time? She is the most inelegant sleeper I have ever seen. It just cracks me up. And then we will celebrate our feast and our warrior cat and hopefully our apprentice ceremonies next time. So I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.